Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. Gold and silver are pinned down by this one thing. Let's explore. Here we can see gold and silver in a balance sheet, and it's not oil. Although one may make that connection, certainly people have in the past, tying gold to oil and silver by association, and we can make some correlation. Obviously, there is correlation between gold and silver and most other commodities. And what's also not the one thing that's pinning gold and silver down is this. The dollar is not pinning gold and silver down. Even though this article from CNBC is laying that claim, it is strictly the rate hikes that are coming ahead, specifically the one, and this video is coming to us from this article here. This is from CNBC by way of Reuters, and let's take a look and see what's happening here with gold today and where it will probably be in the next couple of days until we see this next rate hike coming ahead within this month. And if you enjoy videos like this where I talk about the markets and talk about a lot of different things with regards to precious metals, I hope you will check out some of my more recent videos. I would encourage you to subscribe to the channel, press the notification bell, and give a like as well, a thumbs up. Rate this video. There's 3 things that say the same thing. Sometimes you got to do it so people get the message. But thank you so much. I appreciate everybody being here. Gold was pinned at near a 9-month low on Monday as bets for aggressive interest rate hikes by the U.S. Federal Reserve and the dollar's ascend dimmed appeal for bullion. Now, the reason why I'm not including the dollar in this is because we're looking at the prospects for the future. We know this rate hike is probably going to be coming, and we'll get into that in the article. But I don't include the dollar strength in that because the dollar strength is fluid, and it's not something that is going to be happening at one time or another. It's a constant thing. The dollar index is constantly changing. This rate hike is something that is a one-time deal, at least for the time that it's done. It happens, and then you move on. The expectation that it's going to happen is what is pinning it down for now. But what happens if the dollar just loses a couple of points fairly dramatically? I think gold would probably still maintain some level of being kind of depressed a bit there, even if the dollar falls back, because people will be expecting that the interest rate hike will strengthen the dollar again. The dollar is the ultimate arbiter, I think. That's one thing that I've noticed as far as what affects the price of gold and silver as well, is the dollar. But silver has a dual role as a precious metal that serves as a hedge and wealth preservation tool, but more importantly, it serves as an industrial metal, and I think that's in a way one of the reasons why we have such a high gold to silver ratio. Despite recession risks, lately investors have opted for dollar over gold, pushing the currency to near 2-decade peak, also eroding appeal for bullion among overseas buyers. Interest rate hikes, meanwhile, raise the opportunity cost for holding bullion since it pays no interest, indeed. And that is what is pinning it down. Gold is under pressure as the dollar is making major runs, and there is expectations of a fairly large interest rate increase after the recent U.S. federal report highlighted among a strong labor market, Edward Moyes, senior analyst at Oanda, said. Gold prices could tentatively breach below the $1,700 level, which we've not seen since before the pandemic, sometime before the pandemic, and then see strong support at around $1,670. So that may be, according to his prediction here, where we could be headed. And if that's the case, then I probably shouldn't have bought this past weekend. But I'll tell you some of the reasons why I buy when I buy, even though I probably shouldn't at certain times. U.S. data on Friday showed labor market powered ahead with strong job gains, giving the Fed ammunition to deliver another 75 basis point rate hike this month. And so labor market powering ahead. That is going to embolden the Fed, and that is going to really pin down the precious metals. Meanwhile, Fed's Esther George, a dissenter at the central bank's 75 basis point increase last month, said abrupt changes in rates could create strains in the economy. But growing pessimism over the state of some economies in Asia and geopolitical instability at some point are limiting gold's losses, as bullion remains the go-to safe haven during times of trouble, said Ricardo Evangelista, senior analyst at Active Trades. And we saw silver fall as well. Despite the fall in silver prices, the retail cost of American Silver Eagle coins stayed high at around $35 an ounce, a premium of about 80% on the spot price, although I think they are coming down a bit. But yeah, that's pretty high, which appears to be high enough to impact demand, Heraeus Precious Metals wrote in a note. I think that's a little bit outdated. In fact, I think we're seeing some local coin shops are paying a little less for Silver Eagles now. But nonetheless, let's take a look at where the prices are as we record this video. The markets are actually closed, and they're going to be opening up very, very soon in Asia. So we'll look at the Asian markets, and we can see that they are down, fairly substantially for silver, down 20 cents. That's 1% drop to $19.20. Gold is down $8.90 to $1,734. So it's going to be very interesting. Even platinum took a pretty big hit today, too. Over 2.5% drop for platinum. And I've been wrong about platinum so far. I'm bullish on platinum, but so far it is not broken out like I thought it would. I've been completely wrong about platinum. Still bullish on it, but it's I probably should be pummeled for my platinum predictions more than my silver predictions, which have been wrong as well. For this year and last year, that is. But nonetheless, the thing is that where we're heading with these precious metals it's going to be an interesting exercise to see where they go. Now, should you buy? Should you not buy? Almost everybody is relatively bearish on the metals, on both of them, and so maybe we should wait a little bit to make a purchase at this point. But anytime you do that, you engage in a little bit of risk, because there's always the off chance that something could happen and things turn around very quickly. And but it's anybody's guess at this point, not knowing where they're going to go. But nonetheless, 75 basis point rate hike this month. That will be interesting to see. It was pretty much baked in. It's a foregone conclusion, which is going to put pressure on gold and silver. But I think that any little thing could be a catalyst to turn things in the other direction, and they could snap very, very quickly with these prices. But so far, we're seeing the prices of these metals down, and it is something that is weighing on people who do put money. And the thing is whenever gold and silver goes down like this consistently, people get discouraged. They're less likely to buy during these times, and that is something to think about too. People don't tend to buy something where there's not that much excitement. And where is the excitement? The excitement is in a big bull run. A big bull run. Now, I will say that members of this audience are quite astute and quite intelligent, and they know when something goes down, that's the time to buy. And you got silver under $20 an ounce now. If you can find a low premium. In fact, there is one member of this community who is probably the biggest silver basher. He was self-proclaimed biggest silver basher, and even he may see an opportunity to buy silver under $20. By the way, that includes the premium. He would not buy even for silver for any more than $20, including the premium. We're far ways off from that, especially if demand rises and keeps going. But if you can find that low to where you think you can get in, and where you think your risk assessment, the lower it goes, the less likely you're going to lose. I'll put it to you that way. And for this individual who's very critical on silver, his ideal target is $20, including the premium on silver. And we could get there. We can very well get there. We shall see. But you think about it, where we're at today, and if you make that decision to buy at that point, you're less likely to lose out. Although there's a chance you could. And I think even he understands this, but that's the time to do it, and then you sell when you don't feel comfortable when it goes up again. And he actually did that and did okay. But nonetheless, gold is the metal that tends to drop less and also tends to not rise as much as silver does. It's a more stable. You can see by this chart here. And that's one reason why I have gravitated more towards gold in the last 5 years now, actually. I've been buying more gold and putting more money into gold than silver. But you can see here, gold took a hit, but it actually took the least hit out of all these precious metals here. So there you have it, just some thoughts about the metals. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. I hope you found this video interesting, exciting. Check out the videos at the end of this one to see some videos that I posted earlier today. A multitude of gratitude I extend to every single one of you, and I want to encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.